Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Ryan here. We're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. This is part 2 of the gameplay. In the last video, we didn't obey the narrator. The first run we obeyed him, and then the second run we didn't obey him. And he restarted our game, and he put a line down for me to follow. So let's get back into the game. Hopefully that doesn't restart me from the entire beginning. Okay, it does, but let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could we do?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Get around and beat the game. We need to beat the game. We need to try to beat the game, guys.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
We need to beat the game. Go through the right door. We're going through the right door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
In here? We haven't
a good room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Well. Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. So what we're gonna do? Let's go this way, because we're disobeying.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. On the wrong foot here.
My keyboard's very sensitive.
Enemy, really, I'm not.
So, yeah.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I have no wife. Watch.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Somebody makes a story about me dying.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Press Y. What if I don't want?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
This didn't happen last time.
He's pushing a button. Now he's eating
lunch.
Did
happen. My bad.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh yeah, hold on. Before I go into the game.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
If I press Z, it's going to end my recording, so hold on.
Trying to tell him
Okay.
this. That in this world he can never be anything but an
Not bad, yeah.
observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What happens if I don't do it? Will it just have me sit here? Okay, I'm pressing G.
You see?
Fuck that.
Can he
I'm
just
waiting
not
that
hear
long.
me? He remains here. He's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And
I'm gonna
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That was the ending I had the first time. So let's try to get another ending because hold on, I wonder.
All of
Let's
his
go-
co-workers were
Let's go do
gone.
that thing
What
where I
could
had
it
that
mean?
lift where I would need
Stanley
to get to that
decided to
path.
go to the
Can
meeting
I just
room.
like
Perhaps
jump?
he had simply missed a memo.
How do I get through here? Because I clearly see a door there that leads to somewhere. Hold on. I'm gonna go to that lift. I wonder, will I die
Stanley
if I
came
jump
to
off
a
that
set of
path?
two open
If I
doors.
jump
This
off
was
that
not the
lift?
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Hold up.
Perhaps he wanted to
Speedrunning.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. We're testing it. Will I die?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
As
off
soon
on
as
the
it
wrong
starts
foot
lifting,
here.
I
I'm
will
not
not
your
make
enemy,
that.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
That's too
someone
high.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Oh, okay,
I was
bet.
in the middle of something.
All
Do you
right,
have
okay, we figured it
zero
out.
consideration for others? Are you that
Okay, I bet.
convinced that I want something bad to happen
Let's
to you?
walk.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give
Not
me a
gonna
chance.
listen to him.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
I'm walking through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
I said I'm walking
Stanley
through the blue
walked
door.
through the red door.
I said
still
I'm-
don't think we're
I
communicating
motherfucker.
properly. Stanley walked
No.
through the red door.
I'm walking through the blue
All right, fine.
door,
Go ahead, Stanley.
bitch.
You want to know? Please stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Tell him to
I
bring
haven't
up the
even
whole
finished
ocean.
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were
this one.
before.
I wanna know what's
Go
in it.
ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
We're
here.
gonna say 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or
is my
engagement with
opinion.
your surroundings. Does that sound good?
is
Think we
my
can do
opinion. Right
that?
in the middle, I
Yes?
don't
Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Well, I see that there's textures slowly not loading there. We're going back through this.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Is it
You
gonna
wouldn't
be the
mind
game
taking a
that
look
you
at it, would you?
told me
Perfect.
when I
Let me
first
boot
beat
it
it.
up. In this game,
Yep, it's
the
the
baby
baby.
crawls left to well. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, hell no. I don't want to play this. He's going to the fire.
You heartless
Too bad.
bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No, I
because if
hated
it's
the
the
game. The
latter,
game
well, I don't
sucked.
know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
I just made the.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What the fuck?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that... It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, to fear. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Big
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket League.
Just a nice
What the
big box
fuck?
for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost
the
here.
fuck?
Now this is game design. Stanley,
Rocket
if you
League?
manage to get lost in this game, I
literally
will
in
be
the Rocket League
phenomenally
arena.
impressed.
What the fuck? What? What?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
Y'all,
Let's see.
I love Rocket
There are
League.
lots of cars
and
here
this
in
is
the
fucking
back, but
sick.
obviously there's no
Where's the big ass
racetrack.
ball at?
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Give me
I
the
think
Fennec,
it's
man.
sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Give me my
We
car.
shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god. It's the ball. That shit's shiny.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount... Hold on. What are you doing?
Hey, I figured it out. I won. I can write my own story. It's dark. Oh, I just fell. Oh. Where am I? Okay, where can we take? This way or that way? That way. Well, I want to look around, though. Because, like, what's over here? Oh, shit.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
You put me all the way back. From the start. Hold up. Give me a minute. Get back.
All of his
Yeah, he
co-workers were
reset me.
gone. What could it mean?
What the fuck?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, new content.
Oh,
fuck that.
new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hey, new content. Hey, give me the new content. I love new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
What did I
The
win?
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. The jump circle?
Holy, I can jump. That's tough. I'm going this way. Now I can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, then. Oh shit, that's different.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
No.
I want to show you something.
Nah.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well,
Fucking
fine.
surprise.
You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Don't call me a dork. Fucking.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
do
he
the
wanted to
whole
stop
fucking
by the
thing that I just
employee
did again.
lounge first, just
Jump
to
off the
admire
fucking
it.
platform onto
The lounge was
thing.
sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. What door?
Stanley
door
was
I
so
see
bad at
straight.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm gonna walk through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you
I'm gonna
misunderstood.
keep walking through it.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating
what happens
properly. Stanley
if I
walked
walk
through the red door. Oh, thank
Let's go
God
through
you
the
are
red
willing
door.
to listen to me.
Let's just
Do
see
you
what
see that I
happens.
really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these
Then I'm gonna
choices.
start disobeying
The two
him.
of us always trying to get some... What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this... No, wait.
Nope.
Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Ooh. What the fuck?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
This looks fucking weird. What, tripping balls? I'm going back.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
You want me? Is that the part of the game? Like, I can do that, or like, do I wait? It's like every time I leave.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Every time I leave, this gets bigger. He ain't talking now. As if I jump. I'm doing it. Fuck it.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Well, I want to keep fucking with him, so I'm going to keep fucking with him.
No. No, no. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Cool.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Bitch, I ain't happy. This thing looks like I'm tweaking. Going right back.
No, perhaps not.
I'm just going to keep jumping off, because I wonder how many times I can jump off before the game kills me.
Be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Is that it? Yup. Okay. Do it enough times, the game will kill you. I'm back here. Let's go through the vent.
Psst. Stanley, come over here.
Let's go through the vent.
I want to show you something.
Because I wonder what could happen. He has a surprise for me. What is the surprise?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
You put me in the fucking Rocket League.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I want to go in there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down
crates
here.
of
Surely
Steam
these reviews were
reviews.
glowing as well, weren't they?
Holy.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue.
Let me click it. Shut up, bitch.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
What happens if I click
nothing
again?
at all but...
Is he even here? Is he even here?
they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain. The end is never the end, 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 is never.
It's like every time I skip, he's literally tweaking right now. The more I skip, the longer he waits. Okay, well now the thing's fucking rotting. I'm literally stuck in here. I can't leave. Just for giving us a skip button. Okay, that's light. That looks really good on my PC. Holy, that looks good. Holy. Yo. Click it again. The button broke. Or did it? No, everything is tilted. Ooh. Where am I? Am I on Mars? God, where could I even go? Just restart me. Hey, restarted me. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Now I'm
What could it
completely
mean?
reset.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the new content's open again.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Show me. Show me. What's the new content? Yeah, show me. Oh, yeah. Show me. That shit. Me in.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? The second Stanley
Yes,
Parable.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully
do that?
fledged sequel.
Or is that
An
just part of the
entirely
game? I
new
actually
experience, built from the ground up.
Stanley Parable
Why,
2.
there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. I want to hear my name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Okay, I'll do that. Don't mind if I do
Maybe
what's over
I'll
here.
only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Free new and easy achievement. Do I actually get an achievement there? I want the achievement. I want
Now,
the
here's
achievement.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously
walk all the
demanding this
fucking way back
feature.
here not to get the damn
Gamers,
achievement?
we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fine. I didn't even want your stupid achievement anyways. I didn't even want it. Your achievement's stupid. I didn't even want it.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
A fucking...
Collectibles. Now it's a
Fucking
real
Neutron
video
Star?
game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I'm getting closer to the star. Is that the figure? Yo, that is fucking creepy. Okay. I actually collected a fucking figure. Collect them all. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But oh goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see,
Bro.
there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the
wanna go
bucket.
here.
And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
The bucket, bro. Fuck the bucket. I don't want the bucket. Fine. I'll go see your bucket and then I'll leave it. I'm gone.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Taking the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I'm gonna exit. Yeah. I'd be real mad if he blocks me from leaving.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yo, that's tough. A Stanley Parable 2.
This is the story of...
We got same thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Taking the bucket with me. This is my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well,
Let me
my
walk through the
goodness,
door, dog.
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of
I
what
know what a bucket is,
and
dude.
isn't a bucket. Please, step in here
Oh
for
my
a
god,
moment.
is he gonna teach me what a fucking bucket is? I know what a bucket is, bro.
Now then,
I know
I'm
what a
going to
bucket-
run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
I'm
Simply
holding a
that,
fucking
right?
bucket, you
This should
idiot.
tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
This guy
Okay,
is
let's
calling me
begin.
dumb.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It's a fucking bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual
Alright, then
bucket.
fuck you.
Item
A
2.
bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an
It's still
actual
a bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No, now it's a bucket. Okay. That's a fucking tractor.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
It's a fucking tractor.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
It's a tractor.
Item 6.
If that fucker says
Is this
it's
a bucket?
tractor, I'm saying no.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
It is a bucket and it's not a bucket. What the fuck?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna end the video off here. If you like this video, please subscribe and like, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.